Hello all, this is Päivi, a visual artist from Finland, and this time I want to talk about focus and style. You know, so many people who talk to me or write to me say that they would be so much better artist and so much better creative if they could only focus. That thing has been with me too for a long time. I remember when I was studying in the University of Technology and I had a meeting with a professor of control engineering, and he said to me that Miss Päivi Eerola, what on earth have you been studying? You need to focus. Because, you know, I had been studying not only control engineering or mathematics or software engineering or robotics. I had been studying all of those and a lot more because I had a wide field of interest. I don't actually think that these comments on my focus were brilliant insights, because I think that if you're a creative person, you are never fully focused. The nature of creativity is to widen your perspective more than narrowing down. It kind of makes me sad when people say that if I could only focus, I just need to focus on this technique or on that theme, or create paintings only, not collages anymore, or only create collages or anything like that. And I also feel sad when people say that they want to start creating in a certain particular style only, because I don't think it's in the essence of an artist and in the essence of a creative person to be too controlled, to be too focused. All those times when people said to me that Päivi, you should focus, they saw only that little moment of my life. But when I put all those pieces together, there's a long journey starting from engineering, going through design, and then coming back to art, which was my original passion when I was a child. So I've actually explored many areas and I'm taking the best bits of them all, and now I can also use those skills and use that exploration as my main inspiration for my art. So I want to say to you that the focus might not be your problem, that your problem might be not integrating your many ideas into bigger pieces. You know, there has been time when I thought the same, that I should focus and I should try to find my true style and find my inner voice. And why I thought about that was that I wanted to connect with people, and I thought that when I develop this perfect style, when I get closer to true creative in me and I get this beautiful style, then when I publish my images, people feel them and they come to see them, and there will be more people visiting my blog, and then I can say I'm an artist. But it doesn't really go that way. When I tried to stick with one approach, one style, one theme, I tried to narrow a lot of the decisions I was making during the process. I tried to prohibit myself from experimenting with, for example, hand embroidery, and then I thought that maybe hand embroidery is my art. All the time I was kind of trying to prohibit myself inventing new ideas, And then when I started creating in this very small and narrow box, I realized that I have no ideas. Then I realized that this is not the thing to do, that I need to integrate all my ideas. I need to allow myself to explore all kinds of creating. I need to allow myself to explore all kinds of styles, all kinds of crafts, all kinds of art. I need to go to galleries, museums. I need to see all kinds of art. And I also need to walk in nature and be exposed to all that beauty. And all that is actually the thing that makes me an artist, that I can integrate all those ideas into bigger pieces. So it's not only that I'm going out with my dogs and I see a flower and then I come back and draw that flower. It's more like I'm picking all kinds of experiences and I put them all into one piece. My new class, The Exploring Artist, is for all of you who have thought that you need to find your own style first before stepping out, and for you who have thought that you need to focus. What you need to do is that you need to find the passion, the deeper thing behind what you do, not just how you draw a line or something. You need to connect with your deeper passion. For example, to me, the art history is one of the big things to me. Another thing to me is expressing change and expressing sort of timelessness, also connected with art history. So when I connect with this passion, I have so many things I want to tell you, and it's so enjoyable. This is the true potential that you need to think. When you have this kind of awareness of your potential and you start building ideas around that potential, it will be much more beneficial than trying to evaluate your art and think about, have you been focused enough? It might happen that when you get to that point, you see that all your ideas are quite similar, because when you build bigger things, you need to have ideas from many different levels. And that's often what makes an artist, that when you start creating a piece of art, you don't only think about one idea, one thing that you want to express, but you put many things and you connect them together, because visually you can express much bigger things than just one flower. And especially if you're, for example, writing a blog post, that image is not enough. You need to find words to connect with people, and you need to find the words so that people also get inspired and interested. after knowing your potential, you need to connect with your ideas and start generating a lot more ideas than you first thought about. And then after that, you also will realize that where you need to build your skills. For example, if you've been painting portraits, you probably think about that you need to become better with making the eye more three-dimensional or such. But when you get all those ideas, you start seeing a lot more blind spot with your skills, not only that particular thing. So you kind of get a bigger picture of all the skills you need to develop. And we always have skills we need to develop. And I think that's also can also be a driver for all this, to build up our skills. And then when you get better understanding about your skills, then you also realize that there are so many people with the same kind of skill set that doesn't make you unique. And all those ideas that you have, those kind of die if you wait for a long time. To me, this has been groundbreaking, to understand that ideas really die. For example, many years ago, I started creating collage birds. And I thought that when I have 10, I will publish them. Then I thought that when I have 12, I will build a class around them. And then when I made those, I kind of thought that, well, maybe now it's not the right time for publish. I waited for 6 months and I wasn't inspired about that at all anymore. There has been so many times when I have put my ideas in the storage sort of, but that's not the thing. You need to get out with your ideas, and you need to start building on your previous ideas. So when I decided that when I get an idea, I will start developing it. And if I get a small idea, I will share a post in my Facebook page, or I will blog about it if it's a bit bigger idea, or then I will create an art journal base if I can combine a couple of those ideas. This has been a process to me to build bigger and bigger things, because all those ideas, they really die. They die away, and if you don't sort of publish it and connect with people with all those, you actually never know if it was a good idea or not. And with good idea, I mean that if it attracted your people or not. The people you want to talk about, the people you want to attract with your art, and the people you want to be exposed, and you will want to make an impact with your art. So you need to have courage to step out and start publishing your art in one way or another. The courage is something that everyone can learn, and I know that because when I started blogging, I hardly was able to put the few words I wrote to sentences because my English wasn't that good. But during the years, I've learned more of that language, and I've learned more courage to use the language. Because I've realized that people who are my people are not only in my country, but are spread all over the world. And I just need to start talking English, and I need to start connecting in English, because that way I can have a lot more impact with my art. So that has really required a lot of courage, and even now when I'm talking to you, I know I've made a lot of mistakes in grammar, and still I try to be not so perfectionist, because I think that, you know, if you get the message, I hope you don't care. And I think it's the same thing with art. When you are able to deliver the message, the minor mistakes or things that you see might be something that other people don't, and they don't care about. So it's not a good thing to stay alone perfecting everything, because actually you might be perfecting something that nobody cares about. That is your passion, knowing your potential, growing your ideas, growing your skills, growing your courage. All that is an equation that results to making an impact with your art. I don't think you should just try to perfect your skills or try to focus too much, so that you actually lose the passion behind all what's there behind your creating. This is kind of an active circle, that when you do all that and the impact that you see that it has on people, it feeds your passion, and then it again makes you evaluate your potential, and then you get new ideas, because people are full of ideas. They give you a lot of ideas when they comment, and then when you get all those new ideas, again you start growing new skills, and you have a new direction that way, that you kind of explore in the world of art and imagination, searching for your people instead of trying to be perfect and trying to get everything correct before you step up. It's not step-by-step class in a way that I would advise you how to create art. You can create any project. You can use the supplies you enjoy the most. You can use any media you like. You can use embroidery, you can use ceramics, you can use any media. You can create paintings, drawings, art journal pages, anything that you know and enjoy. During that class, I will challenge you to explore all the areas you might have not seen, and I will also help you and coach you to build your artistic identity, which will make you want to speak and want to come out with your art.